So today I'm going to be doing two parts, or basically two assignments. I'm going to recite I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth, as well as doing an analysis or summary, if you will, of the first three stanzas. So that way I can get both weeks' assignments done in one fell swoop, if you will. So, without further ado, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could but not be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft when I on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils. So, now that we finished reciting the poem, which I hope you enjoyed, I'm going to summarize stanzas 1, 2, and 3. So we go, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats high over vales and hills. From there, you can kind of take it as the speaker's wandering lonely like a cloud. That's his comparison as to how he feels. He comes upon this expansive field of daffodils, in this case, flowing in the breeze across some coastal area. He doesn't really specify if it's a lake or a river or by the beach beneath some trees, so you can kind of guess where it's at. He kind of leaves that to the reader. From there, he talks about the flowers themselves and how they're moving within the environment around them. And then in the second stanza, he goes, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. He's basically talking about how many and how full this field of daffodils are, and just basically how awestruck he is by all of these individual flowers, and he compares them to the Milky Way and the stars and the heavenly bodies, how expansive they are when you look up at the night sky. He humanizes them when he talks about how they're engaging in a dance. The way they're moving in the wind. It's a very, you could call it like a waltz, if you will, is kind of how I took it. And then finally,